Hey guys, welcome back. It is another one of my best of 2022 lists, and we're staying on the TV side for today. This is my top 10 animated shows of the year. Working our way up. This was actually a lot harder than you would expect. I watch definitely more than these 10. I had to leave off a bunch of shows that I liked. Obviously, there were some shows that I tried and I didn't like. There's some shows that are still airing that I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't like Big Mouth. I did try Human Resources. I thought it was a little bit better than Big Mouth, but Big Mouth lost me a long time ago. So, but yeah, I had to leave off shows that I enjoy that are just starting to get warmed up, like Inside Job and Chicago Party Ants, The Great North, stuff like that, where didn't make the list, but I do watch them. So these are my top 10. Coming in at number 10, we've got Rick and Morty. I think the fact that this longtime staple is at number 10 on my list is an indication of just exactly where we're at this year. South Park didn't even make my list. There's a lot of new animation that's coming in that owes everything to South Park and Rick and Morty, and that 10th spot was tough for me to choose between Rick and Morty and South Park, but South Park aired a really short season, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them airing less and less episodes and more of these like specials. So I'm kind of punishing South Park. The streaming wars were not as amazing as they thought they were. So Rick and Morty got the 10th spot. Coming in at number 9 is a show that decided it would have audio description for its final episode, for the 10th episode of the season, but that's Little Demon on FX. I was surprised at how much I liked the show. I thought Danny DeVito was a great addition to the voice cast. And that's the whole reason I watched the show, honestly. It was Danny DeVito. And as the season progressed, I thought where the story was going was interesting, and I hope it gets a second season. And I hope it gets audio description, for the love of Jesus. Anyway, moving up to number 8, we have Archer, which has been on, what are we on, season 13? I actually used to be able to see this show. Just like Rick and Morty and South Park, this is one of those things that's been on my list forever. And Archer is a show that, because of the way it's structured, does not always, it fluctuates on my list. Sometimes they have a great season-long concept, and sometimes they have an okay one, sometimes a not great one. So but I've stuck with Archer for this whole time, and this season I thought was fine. I thought it was good. It wasn't their best season, but I did want to put it in here at 8. And this show also really needs audio description. See, I did not discriminate against shows without audio description. I thought about it, but I put them where it is. Maybe they'd be higher with audio description. Why don't you put audio description on them and find out? There you go. Coming in at number 7 is Legend of Vox Machina, which is on Amazon. I thought this was actually a pretty strong first season. I did not know what to expect from a Dungeons and Dragons themed TV show. I expected very little, and I got kind of humor and adventure and drama all sort of mixed into one. It was kind of amazing how they managed to do that, and I'm really excited. The second season starts here in January, so quite soon. That'll be cool to have around. Good job, Amazon. One of many Amazon shows actually on this list. Coming in its 6th place, we've got another Amazon series, and that's Fairfax. If you've ever chased clout, you probably thought Fairfax was funny. And Fairfax to me is what Big Mouth could be if it wanted to be. If it wasn't so concerned with being so damn edgy all the fucking time. Fairfax is just funny. Fairfax is little kids, but it's also not for little kids. It's got plenty in it that you wouldn't necessarily want your 10-year-old watching. But it's funny as hell, and I love the continued storylines and it's not episodic, and it just, yeah, it follows it straight on through. And I hope more people watch Fairfax. I hope it stays on Amazon for a long while. Coming in at number 5 is a show that has been a favorite of mine since its conception. Harley Quinn on HBO Max. Don't you dare cancel this. I swear to God, HBO Max, if you cancel Harley Quinn, I swear. Warner Brothers Discovery, HBO Max, you have canceled far too much shit. Just leave Harley Quinn alone. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. It's doing just fine. I would actually prefer if we could have Bane, the series, because I'm at a point now with Bane's character where I would love to see this version of Bane have his own series. Every time Bane is on camera, I'm cracking up. Actually, not like, texting somebody LOL crack up where you didn't really laugh out loud, but like actually cracking up at Bane. Bane! I just love that voice. That dude, whoever's doing Bane's voice is killing it, killing the game. So, good stuff. But only at number 5, because I think some of the shows are stronger. Coming in at number 4, Undone. This is actually maybe the only dramatic entry on this list. It's weird to say that there's a dramatic animated show out there. This is done with Rotoscope. So it actually has like cast members in it. So I know that feels weird to say, but it's kind of taken us on a little bit of a ride over the course of its couple of seasons, showing us a full and complete story. I do believe the show is over. I don't know where it would go from there. I don't think there is our future seasons. One of the reasons I wanted to rank it higher on the list was because I feel like I'm saying farewell to Undone. And I thought it ended on a strong note. I think it told a complete story. I feel like I accept and appreciate the whole world that it gave me, and the experience of having something that was done like dramatic animation. Because everything else on here is silly comedy. But this was acting, which was nice to have. So Undone is coming in at number 4. Number 3 is, don't laugh. Don't you dare laugh. Number 3 is Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. And if you thought that was funny, you've never seen the show. This show is great. And I legitimately know adults who watched the show. I didn't think it was going to be great when I started watching it, but it's better than the Jurassic World movies. I would stand by that. It's far more interesting than definitely Dominion and Fallen Kingdom. I would have much rather watched them make a live action version of this than anything else. But it's weird to say that little kids running around the island would somehow be more interesting, but that actually is a huge testament to the writers of the show, because they made it more interesting. And this is also a farewell, because this show wrapped up. So it has concluded. There is no more. Jurassic World, they told a complete story. They got the beginning, middle, and end. And man, that ending, this last season with Kenji's father, I thought maybe they'd back up a little bit and he would come to some sort of realization at some point, but damn, no, they went full on. I think Kenji ends up being adopted at the end. Somebody else. I thought they were gonna like repair a relationship or something, but no, they didn't go there. And that's the thing about Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, is it doesn't take the easy road. People died. They got eaten by dinosaurs during this thing. It feels like it's made for little kids, but I don't know that it is. I don't know what age group this was actually targeted for, but I enjoyed it. So that's coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is last year's winner. I do make these lists, even though I didn't make a video last year. I make these lists for me, just personally for me. This is my last year's number 1. It slipped down to number 2. I love the show. With all my heart, this is like my new hotness. This is one of the reasons why Rick and Morty is so low, is because I feel like somebody else came along and did Rick and Morty, but did it better. And I feel like a lot of Rick and Morty fans are going to be mad at me for saying that, but I love the shit out of Solar Opposites. I think Solar Opposites is hilarious, and I think when Rick and Morty gets kind of lost in itself, and in the, you know, multiple the multiverses and having different Ricks and Mortys, and Solar Opposites is just doing its thing. It's got the whole thing with the wall people that is just a brilliant sub storyline. It's gotten some great voice cast to come in and do some guest stuff. It's had holiday specials. There's so much to love about Solar Opposites. If you haven't gotten involved, first of all, if you love Rick and Morty, you at least owe it to yourself to check it out. It literally, the same guy who does Rick is in Solar Opposites. It's the same voice cast. So, yeah, check out Solar Opposites. That's my, I guess, runner-up of the year. And my number one is, yeah, Nostalgia came back this year, and I'm dead. Just died. I haven't laughed as hard in such a while, and I didn't know that this was gonna work. I didn't know that we could bring this show back and actually that it would work in 2022. We don't really have music videos. I love how they changed the concept around, but I'm picking Beavis and Butthead. I love now that instead of them rocking out to like Metallica, they're critiquing a lot of YouTube videos. Some of them are music videos, but some of them are not. Some of them are just YouTube videos, and it's hilarious. And some of these sketches have been so just laugh out loud. I mean, memorable. The one where they keep time traveling because they don't understand how time zones work, so they just keep walking around the sign thinking that they're going back in time. I crack up so much at this. This show is so funny to me. I audibly laugh. This is the hardest I've laughed at anything in a long time. This and Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. It's been a while since a comedy has come along and just made me laugh till tears come out. I thought I'd just gotten too mature for something stuff like that. But then Beavis and Butthead came back this year and just totally changed my opinion on that. So anyway, it's on Paramount Plus, and it has audio description. The only shows on here that don't have audio description, I believe, are Archer and most of Little Demon. I'm sorry, but this show does not have audio description. You can't put it on the final episode of the season and be like, we have audio description. No, it doesn't work. No, I'm sorry. No. It's annoying when they do it on the first episode, when they're like, yeah, let's just put it on the first episode and then they'll be fine after that. But to put it on the final episode of the season makes no sense. Anyway, that's top 10 animation from your favorite blind critic. And these shows have good audio descriptions, so if you're not watching them, go out and watch them. And yeah, we'll see what makes my list next year, and I'll be back with another best of 2022 top list tomorrow. What will it be? I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Until then, please subscribe.